We are down to Thor. Thor's work is not ignored their request off for like a second week in a row. So it is what it is. All right, so let's see. So last session, we picked up with y'all at the tail end of a at the tail end of a battle with some direwolves. Stop looking smug at me. The tail end of a battle with some direwolves. You guys kicked their asses. You took a few moments to lick your wounds. We had some moments where we realized that maybe our HP was a little bit lower than we thought it was originally. Took care of that. You guys also, through a couple of different checks, discovered that the direwolves, or you believe, based on what you know, that the direwolves were being controlled via some sort of spell that was likely localized or anchored on one of the wolves. It was a druidic magic that Fox recognized, but did not know necessarily the ins and outs of. You guys continued on your journey, continued kind of skirting the mountains, this mountain road, and as you traveled, you eventually came upon the small cliff where you had been told the bandits had been setting their ambush. You found some tracks that led to a small area that was kind of tucked up around this cliff. There was a mix of footprints and then like the dragging of heavy items in these tracks. And they led to a party camp. I love that now you answer all of the questions.
I was stuck in a box in a hole above ground, but it feels like underground, okay?
Okay, anyways, so these tracks led you guys to a camp. You could see the remains of a fire, which you believe to be about a day or two old. Finnegan noticed that it appeared someone had tried to sweep away the tracks leading to a small boulder up against another, like the kind of the back end of this little, I guess you could say, mountain cul-de-sac created. Geralt managed to dig beneath the boulder enough that you guys could see what was inside, and you ended up finding a bag of gold with 250 gold pieces, a bag of jewels worth 50 gold pieces, and then 2 potions and a spell scroll. After that, you took note. You were like, okay, nothing else to see here. You left. You continued on your way. And as you continued on your way, you noticed that one of the giant birds, which Finnegan had noticed had riders on them, kind of pulled away and started coming towards you. And you guys were confronted by a ranger named Turi, who is, through some observation, realized was an actual follower of the actual Morrigan. Was not a FOMO.
Story.
He informed you after some back and forth. Things were a little tense there for a moment because you guys thought he might be the bandits. He thought you guys might be the bandits. There was some slight tension, and then Finnegan was able to cut it by like noticing that he seemed to be a follower of the Morrigan. And he managed to inform you that he and his fellow rangers had been patrolling the area because of the reports of bandits. And invited you to the local ranger station after discovering that you were also potentially interested in said bandits. And so, is there anything else we would like to add? Anything I missed?
That they're gonna give us like eagle transportation when we help them, after we help them.
Yes, they are offering some help getting you on the other side of the mountains, which would cut, I think, 3 days off of your journey. So, I will have to look at the map. But yes, they were going to give you some eagle transportation to get you places. All right. So with that, was there anything that you guys would have wanted to do on the way to the ranger outpost? Anything you want while you're trekking through the woods, or are you just trying to get there as quickly as possible?
We're like a little over halfway into our day, right?
Yeah, it's probably about like based on the directions you'd probably be getting there by dusk. So you're like 2 or 3 hours away still, so it's like
Gotcha. Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's like
think
mid-afternoon.
try not to waste much time. Making sure we get there at before night is probably good.
Smart. That's very smart. All right, unless there is anything else that you guys want to do while you're walking, you take the couple of hours it takes to kind of, and it's a little bit of a trek up the mountain, but you do manage to make the trek up the mountain. And you find yourselves in front of, hold up, I wrote this down and then I put it in a different place. You find yourselves approaching what is a very simple ranger station. It is a set of pretty sturdy looking wooden walls that are blocking off a series of small stone buildings. It's there to provide safety and shelter for the rangers, to keep wild animals out, not necessarily to withstand a siege. Behind the camp, you kind of are in like a little bit of a ravine. So behind the camp, you can see the passage of a little mountain stream. And then up above it, the mountain keeps going and you can see the roost of several very large eagles. There's also off to the side what's the word? There's a little bit of a rise off to the side where you can kind of see the head of one of these large birds poking out, as well as one of the rangers kind of walking back and forth up against this ledge. There are a couple of people currently patrolling the walls as you approach.
Like, Finnegan is definitely like full shaking, surrounded by massive birds of prey.
Is that how the Fae works? Geralt will say, noticing your shaking and nature inciting that it's over predators. Do you have big Fae birds that eat us? Little wooden creatures like us that are huge and giant?
Well, what? No, they're huge.
It'll be okay.
I've never
We've
seen
got axes.
I've never seen an eagle so big.
Neither have I. But it'll be okay. We can fight them off together.
I don't think
Pluck them out.
can.
We'll make a nice dinner.
There we go. Why is this being this way? Hold on. My computer is doing weird things, and I don't know why.
It's the mummy's curse. You forgot to
I
return the slab.
I apologize. I'm not sure what's going on right now. Somehow my Notion has gone full screen, and I am missing half of the tabs I need.
Hell yeah.
There we
Thank you
go.
for asking these questions, by the way, Margaret. It
Asking
turns out
what?
I've fully forgotten about a starting ability that I should have been using the entire time.
I have been trying to get Ben, for those that aren't aware, I've been trying to get Ben to answer me about his character for fully like a week.
You got him to answer a D&D question in under a week? That's crazy.
And he just said that right now is when he should answer all of the questions.
No. Let's not give her too much credit. Wait. Damn it, yes. The 16th.
He's
So
not the one who needs credit.
it's been 8 days. Although I did try to answer sooner than that.
However, it has only been like 6 business days. Is that like?
No. See, the right way to frame this is, however, it's only been 3 weekend days.
2 weekend days. The
Friday
6th,
night.
or if you count the 16th.
Could be. But he required me to have to like get the computer first because I don't know what the link is.
The 16th was a Monday.
It was President's Day.
Ah,
The day for
Oh.
all our presidents.
yeah, all of them.
Gotta
We
love
go, fuck those guys at APL.
Anyways. Yeah, okay, so you guys approach. You can see that there are 2 rangers have
Give it that good crack.
Horrific thing you just said.
I hate you. There are 2 rangers that are currently standing watch kind of at the front of the gate. You recognize, actually, give me a perception check, anyone that wants to see if you recognize any of these people.
I got a 5.
How?
I rolled a 2 and then I added 3. Wait, no, I added 6. I'm lying. I got an 8.
Bad player. DM, bad player.
Listen,
Where did my D10?
I forgot that I had tracked my proficiency like this. It's my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I don't think an 8 really cuts it. So
No, it doesn't really cut it. Did anyone get above a 10?
I got
No,
a flat 0.
because I didn't roll.
I could ask my
Yes.
bird to help me, but I didn't already do that, so I'm not going to.
There.
I should
I got an
probably-
8. Here, Margaret, I'll save you. I got an 18.
Beautiful. You recognize the guy that's up on kind of like on the little bluff as Turi.
Oh.
And as you like notice him, he kind of notices you, and you see him disappear over the ledge. The bird comes over, like flies into, like flaps into like you, and he lands in the middle of the camp. You can hear some shouting, and as you guys approach the camp, the gate is pulled open so that you can enter. And you are greeted by Churi and a very stout-looking, red-headed dwarven woman who comes up, kind of stands there waiting for y'all, hands on her hips. She's got a big old, like, war axe. Wait, does she? That's a really good question, actually. Sorry, she's got a long sword strapped across her back. And she greets all of you as you approach, going, "Welcome, welcome.
Hey,
I hear you. Here to help us with our little bandit problem."
Yes,
that
yes.
has been I.
Seems more than a typical bandit problem, really.
Terry was just telling me some of the things you told him about these people. I'm Captain Cameron. Hold on, I've blanked on her last name. I'm Captain Cameron Crashtig. Call me Cam. You are welcome to our shelter, and our food for the evening, and then in the morning we'll set out and see what we can find.
Sounds excellent to me. I appreciate the hospitality.
You're very welcome, ma'am. She's going to turn on her heel and start leading all of you towards the center of the center-ish of the camp. where there is a large fire that is currently burning. You can see they've started roasting meat on a spit. Give me a second. I'm going. That's not a thing. Ooh, no, she does not notice that you are nervous around these giant birds, Finnegan.
Understandable.
She doesn't know you. You guys are let in. You are shown. There are currently, you are told there's currently Captain Craftig, Turi, and 2 other rangers stationed here right now. It is a bit of the off season. We haven't quite gotten into when they'll have their highest numbers. So they just point off to 2 of the small barracks that they have, offering that for you guys to stay in for the night, and welcome you around the table for a meal of venison, and they've got some root vegetables that they have put into a stew that they are currently ladling out into bowls as they all sit around the table. You do see one of the rangers that you have not met ends up taking their bird up to where Turi had been staying as lookout.
Sorry, you said that they had a spot for us to spend the night.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. They pointed to 2 of the barracks, seeing that you guys have 4 people, and let you know that you can kind of figure out amongst yourself who wants to stay where.
Fantastic. So, do you have any more information on what the bandits have been doing, or any thoughts on where they've been carousing most recently?
Well, for the most part, we thought they'd been waylaying travelers as they'd gone through this mountain. People are in a vulnerable position when they're traveling, and especially since so many people can't afford any sort of protection or anything like that. They're pretty easy pickings if you're looking for a bit of quick cash. And unfortunately, that's primarily what we've been hearing about. I did send one of my people to look into some of the other things that you'd spoken with Turi. How much did you tell Turi, actually? Remind me of that.
I don't have very good notes on that.
Do you guys remember?
Let me go back to it.
This is the voice.
I mean, I know we talked to them about them being fake followers,
Okay.
and I think that we did not get into the whole ley line stuff, or if they were involved in that.
Okay.
We didn't talk about the Realm Breakers, but I do think we talked about the camp that we found, but not necessarily the things that we found from the camp, which I still don't know their relevance yet.
I've sent one of my men to Mansfield to see if there are any stories that they're getting there. I feel we've got a pretty good idea of what's been going on in Greerbridge. It's been a bit of an odd time in the in the forest, in the mountains right now. But we do have she kind of points down mountain. We do have a farmer that supplies us with goat cheese and fleeces and the like, that said he'd recently been visited by some of these bandits. And he was a bit concerned about what they might do with his herd. Apparently he has a couple of very valuable sheep there.
Valuable sheep.
That's what he said. It was a odd turn of phrase, I thought.
Yeah, you didn't ask any follow-up on that.
Unfortunately, I'd sent one of my men to check in on him. So the questions were not as thorough as I'd have liked. We'll probably be sending somebody else to do a bit more follow-up at some point.
I understand.
We're wardens of the forest, not particularly good at the detective bit.
It's more than fair.
I suppose it's where we come in, because that is how Geralt definitely
Where did
sounds.
it come from?
I don't know. That's a
If you need help, finding Geralt, you have to do a Santa voice for a second and then go from there.
He's noticed my tricks. I'm Jeff Bridges. Welcome to the Tronverse.
Damn. Not again.
A third time, and this time with an abuser. What do we call Jared Leto these days? What bad things does he do?
A fucking mess is what we call him.
I think we just prefer to not refer to him.
Yeah, we don't like to think about Jared Leto. They need to stop hiring.
Sorry, Tron Ares was a movie that came out.
Did he terrorize any female cast members this time?
I didn't look. I didn't watch it, but I heard the soundtrack was banging.
What I know about Jared Leto is that every time he's one of those actors that every time he comes up, that's when all of the circulation, all of the quotes about how you only ever hear people talk about method acting as an excuse to be an asshole, get pulled out again. I'm like, true, very true.
Anyways, yes, I suppose that's why you have us, so that we can go out and gather information. I mean, our hope was to run across the bandits while waylaying or pretending to be put upon travelers and make ourselves such easy-looking targets as you were just describing. Now it seems that they are not roaming in the place that we thought they were. So we'll have to be
to move quite a bit. I think they've got someone who knows what they're doing at their helm, at the very least.
I see. So, how many of the garrison are out patrolling at a particular time? How many eyes do you have in the skies?
Well, at the moment, not barring my man that I sent out with a very specific list of questions and follow-up questions, not barring him, we've got 4 here. Me, Turi, and those 2. Because the DM doesn't want to name them, they're probably going to die anyways.
Hello, Jonathan. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, red shirts.
His name is Jordanian.
Jonathan would never wear a red shirt. He's far too stylish.
It's just me and the triplets right now. We've got Turi, Yuri, and Murray.
And Bob.
That's pretty good. And I imagine the amounts that you have are also just equally limited to the members of it.
We do tend to we've got quite a bit of a flock up there, so we've got a couple extras that I think the 4 of you should be able to. 2 of you are rather decently small creatures, so you should be able to double up and take a couple of eagles if you like. We've got enough, I think, that 2 of the younger birds might be able to carry some of y'all.
Paws are at holding onto birds. I've never actually tried, despite having a few of them around. I hold my axe
hold onto their
after all.
leash. Or the saddle.
How does this work with my axe after all, actually?
We're going to just assume that Geralt has something resembling functioning hands with opposable thumbs.
Nah, he got them spider grippers.
He's a Lego man.
Yeah,
I've been holding my axe this way the entire time.
he has to cast Warden's Grasp every time he wants to hold something. That's what the spell is. It's not an actual, like, it's nothing magical. He just says Warden's Grasp and then just pops his face.
That's very funny.
I shout Warden's Grasp and I spit some gum into each paw.
Fun fact: the Warden subclass is basically a fighter with some druid flavoring.
Yeah.
As someone who has had to create a soul blood shaman.
Specifically the shaman soulblood is. It is not that way typically. It leans far more fighter in general.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Well, actually, no, because
I
if
guess.
Eldritch Knight had been a druid, that's what a soul blood shaman would be.
Mhm. Yeah.
D&D
Well, and
Beyond
you get.
doesn't let you do
I get-
wholesale classes. You have to do subclasses, which is
I
really
get to
annoying.
force. I get to force everyone to have to stand still or whatever, and that's neat.
That is very neat.
Oh, well, fantastic. I'm sure we can get the hang of guiding around these mounts. We've been on horses before, I think. Wait, nope.
We've been on dragon before.
It's true, but I don't think we guided that one around. Also, what is a horse? I just use this word and I don't know what it is.
Fox gives you an odd look and goes, "Girl, we've passed so many of them while we've been traveling."
What? I just thought those were tall dogs.
With anxiety.
They're Borzoids.
Someone once described horses as couches with anxiety. And that is the most accurate description of a horse I have ever heard.
Horses. Oh God, never mind. I won't. I've already did too many roundings. Horses that can kick you.
Yeah, horses can kick you, man.
They're... Fuck. All right. Yes. Well, then perhaps we can assist you. Where have you checked most recently? Do you have a map? So I have a trails.
She will kind of point to one of the triplets. You're not quite sure which one. Actually, now that you look at them, the more you look at them, the more similar they appear to be. And one of them runs off and comes back with a large kind of oilskin map. And she points to, there are several places that they have crossed out. A lot of it is a bit to the north of you guys, where you are currently. But then some of, like, not this side of the mountains, but the southern part and the northeast has not been checked just yet. She points to a couple of issues. We've had a few reports of incidents in this pass in the last couple of days. And she points to one of the passes. That right there would be Barrick's farm there. And I haven't heard anything from, and she points to another mountain pass from here, from this pass, but that doesn't mean that they haven't been preying upon anyone there. Those people tend to go more to the south. They don't typically come up to Gurbridge. And Geralt, you would know that there is one city down the river further south from Gurbridge that's right at the delta of the river. which is
Okay.
probably where those people tend to be going to and from if they're taking that pass through the mountains.
Not the ones that are not directly to Growbridge, but the larger town. Neat. Oh. All right. Well, you two have better ideas. I think we should. What's it? Actually, so have you from your scouting patterns been able to see them from above before?
We haven't seen anyone just yet, but we've only been out and patrolling and looking for them for the past, I think, 2 days. She looks at the map. You see her kind of scan over, go. Yes, day before yesterday is when we started doing some of our patrols.
Okay. Right. Oh, so we don't know what the response time is to if you detect them. Okay. It might not be the worst idea for all of us to fly. We don't have a mechanism to.
You know that, like, this side of the mountains, Geralt, is a lot more cliff face, is a lot more vertical. The other side of the mountain is a little bit more sloping and wooded.
God, I need to maybe look at an owlbear map, please.
You can click the link to the owlbear map if you would like. Hold on.
It's in the Discord.
Guess what? The map is already up.
Our sweet DM is so kind. All right. So we're.
So you guys are
in the middle of No, we're past Mansfield, aren't we?
No, we've not even made it close to Mansfield.
You're about here, man. Right around this area.
Excuse me. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Good.
Yeah, and there's a couple of passes that go through the mountains. So, and you know that the southern pass is typically used by people that are going through the forest and coming down here to this that has yet to be named because we haven't discovered it yet.
The Quinto Delta. Yes.
Yeah, we're just gonna call it Riverton. Because believe it or not, people are that creative when they come to naming things.
This looks more like a Delta 10 to me, but
shut your face. When you DM the campaign, you can name things.
No, please, dear God, please, no. Don't ask me.
I literally did.
I know. All right. So, yes, there is just the one pass up and down.
Yeah, that's the road kind of skirts the mountain. The mountain. So it's actually probably a bit closer than what it looks like there because Incarnate is fun.
Well, perhaps it would make sense to make scouting party a spread out plan at first. Try to ascertain their initial location, come back at a fixed time and report to each other with information about where they are, and then make more targeted searching as well as more a larger group, a fighting group for dealing with the bandits. Been out for 2 days. What patterns have you all been using? How have you been scanning the areas? Has it been as a group, which I clearly remember it was largely they were all kind of within sight of each other, right?
Yeah, they were based on what you can tell, they were circling the mountain area and in such a way that they would come back to the outpost. She says, well, we couldn't have too many of our people get very far from here just in case there was some need for our services.
No, of course.
Our primary job is to make sure that people traveling through the mountains are safe. So we had to adjust our normal patrols for that.
Okay. How dangerous is it flying between the two different sides of the mountains?
You see her kind of look up. Well, look at the sky. If tomorrow goes about the same as today, not dangerous at all. Now, when it starts to get into the windy season, or if we have a storm come through, you might have a bit of difficulty in that case. But right now, everything seems to be dandy. We haven't had any issues.
Right. Do you all have any means of communication between each other while you're on these birds up in the air? We go up in the air, and obviously the distances can be quite difficult to maintain proper communications, even on the ground, where the sound bounces back for you. I imagine it's harder even up top.
Our communication tends to be a form of aerial sign language, depending on how close we are. We have certain maneuvers that tend to signal a few things, and then we obviously, and she kind of is like, we have a series of hand gestures that we all know. But as far as any sort of means of communication over large distances where we might not be able to see each other, that's a bit more difficult. We don't tend to have those kinds of resources, unfortunately.
Okay.
Though if you'd like to have a chat with the Brass and Greer Bridge or Mansfield, we wouldn't say no to it.
You can always put in a good word. So I think might be a smart, and then I'm going to sketch out splitting kind of up to where the road diverges. How big is this? This is like 1 day's journey. Where's 1 day's journey from Greer's Bridge?
So each of these hexes is 24 miles, which is the general. That's a single day of travel. So you guys have gone. You guys have gone 1 day.
Running, Jesus.
What?
24 miles is a lot to go in a single day, dude.
Listen, I'm just going by what the travel time is in the player's handbook, sir.
I guess maybe it's not. It's not so bad if it's level ground.
Yeah.
You get tired, but whatever. If you've done it your whole life, you can do it. Keep up the pace.
I mean, you've got to think that this is a society where people are walking everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
2
so
miles
each
an hour
hex,
for 12 hours.
Yeah.
We're also magical boys.
Each hex represents about the amount of time it would take it for a day.
Mm-hmm.
A day's worth of travel.
Probably faster because Burb.
Burb would definitely. I would say you could probably. Let's see. What are the Eagle's fly speeds? 80 feet. So.
Christ. Mm-hmm. That's just under 3 times. So.
Yes, I know. 2 1/3.
So you can go probably somewhere like 80 miles. Okay.
Yeah. So I would say that you can probably, in a day, you can probably cover 2 or 3 hex. Yeah, 2 or 3 hexes worth of distance.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would suggest a team of 2 goes like this, And a team of 2 does this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We want a team of 2 to search the area that you currently are in.
Yeah. Hey. Yes. Let me go help Kara with food.
Okay. I think Ben is suggesting you'll split the party. If anyone at any point decides that they want to play the witch class from Worlds Beyond Number, I have access to it now.
You're telling me I should change my class again.
No, Grace may take issue with that one.
I have another group that I'm going to be doing like a little mini campaign for because we've got a couple of newbies that really want to play. Jesus Christ, your shoes are so loud, sir. We got a couple of people that like wanting to learn how to play. So I'm going to be running the new Heroes of the Borderlands module for them. And I'm going to be doing a short campaign for Nell, Neva, and a couple of other people that you haven't met yet.
Oh, that's exciting. Very nice.
Yeah. But I was telling Kara and Johnny that I now have access to the Worlds Beyond Number Witch class. If anyone ever wants to play that, I will send it to you. It was funny, Paco sent it to me and he was like, here, this is where I found it. And I was like, oh, that's Scribd. I'm banned from Scribd.
Wait, what? You're... Like the website that has like all the books and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. I am permanently banned.
Let's go.
Because fraud. They would not tell me why. They just said that they had detected fraud on my account, which coincidentally happened around the same time that I'd also had my debit card stolen. Like the entire reason that it happened is because I had to be like, hey, I need to update my payment method. You guys are charging a debit card that was stolen and I can't. I have a new card now. And they were like, okay, send us the last 4 of your blah blah blah. We'll make sure that we'll get it back up. And then they're like, oh no, your account has been deleted permanently. I was like, I was paying you guys twice. I was paying for 2 accounts, sir.
Not good enough. You gotta pay for a third.
So, anyways. But I've tried a couple of times to get that overturned, and every time they're like, yeah, sorry, we can't tell you why you're banned. But you are for fraud.
That sucks.
Like, what does that mean? What do you think I did? Yeah, it does suck, because if they would tell me what it was, I could probably,
do something? Fix it?
get it reversed.
Well,
But...
you know,
And I assume, because they've split now, there's Everand and there's Scribd, and Scribd is actually mostly stolen materials. It's stuff that people can upload themselves.
mm-hmm.
So...
Oh, yes, no, definitely. You see, when I was doing that to try and get the PDF version of what's it? A thing.
Anyways, I was like, I've been meaning to subscribe to the Worlds Beyond Number Patreon for like 75 years, so I'll just do it now.
Gotcha.
Anyways, Geralt, you were suggesting that they're like y'all split into two groups to search.
Mhm.
Cam is going to nod and she's going to go. I think that would make a good deal of sense, and she'll point to the three of you. I'll have you. I think those three should be the ones that stay kind of close to Cam tomorrow, and then I'll go with the four of you. With your group and make sure that we, so you have a bit of someone who knows the terrain a bit better, potentially.
Yes. Perfect. That sounds quite good.
Wonderful. All right, well,
The goal is, of course, not to engage with, if we do find the enemy, the goal is not to engage, but instead to try to either come together or try to signal each other.
of course. All right, then. I think I'll turn in for the night, and you're welcome to do the same when you are ready. Why are we being difficult as well? Thank you.
I think before or whenever they're done, as people are getting ready to go to sleep, Finnegan is going to find Noah Grace to be like, Noah Grace, you still have the skull from the Morrigan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I will hand you the unidentified objects that we found from the cave or the camp of the bandits. Just be like, I know how to cast Identify. I know how to do this alchemically, but I'm too poor and I can't afford the material components to actually cast the spell. So if the skull can do it without them, then this is fine.
Hold up. Those material components, do they have a gold piece?
Yes, one cast of Identify requires a pearl worth 100 gold points.
Up that rule.
That's fine. Otherwise, I'd be identifying everything for free because it's ritual. I think it's better this way. Besides, you gave us a magic item to do it for us, so it's fine.
I did, and you have 10 charges that you can use for that magic item.
Do they recharge at all, or is it...
Let's see. Hold on, wait.
Because if they don't recharge, then don't waste them on this. I'll get to these eventually.
Oh, sorry, not 10. Roll a d6 for me. And hope you don't hit a 1.
Could be funny.
Why would you say that?
Did you roll a 1?
Yes, I did.
He does that. He fucking does that. It happens. It's the worst.
What did I do?
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Who's a 2?
Actually, wait, no.
I will. I am.
Paris.
You are?
But I also know I rolled last time too.
Okay. What did you roll last time then?
I know it was high. It was. I don't think it was a 6, but I think it was a 5.
Okay. So the way that the skull works is every day you get 1d6 plus 1 charges, or if you are attuned to it, you get 1d6 plus your intelligence modifier. So if you already rolled for today, it'll be 5 plus whatever your intelligence modifier is.
Okay, but they do come back every day. That's
They do come back every day,
run away.
unless you roll a 1, in which case you cannot. It does not recharge for a week.
Interesting.
Okay.
Hey, cool. Well, all of this mechanical information is definitely known and spoken about by the players.
Oh no, I mean, on a 1, the skull cannot be used again in this way for a week. Sorry.
Finnegan will hand Noah Grace 2 unidentified potions and 1 unidentified scroll.
Okay.
So that will be 3 charges to identify.
All right. Well, I will pull out our friend and wake him up and ask him about this.
What can I do for you this evening? My goodness, that is a lovely sunset over the mountains.
Oh yes, just beautiful. Love the sunset in the mountains. Seems we have some mysterious potions here.
Oh, dear. Some mysterious potions. My favorite kind of potion. Give me a moment. I assume you're wanting me to identify all of this, yes?
Yes, please.
All right, then, give me just a moment. And you hear him kind of mumbling under his breath. And he goes, all right, we have 1 potion of Fox's Cunning and 1 potion of Fire Breath. As for the scroll, we have 1 scroll of Blink.
Fox, we have a potion of your cunning. Sorry, this joke sucks. I just couldn't help myself.
What was the scroll again?
Scroll of Blink.
Okay.
Scroll of Blink. Which I believe, if I am remembering correctly, we have 2 people with access to the Druid spell list and 1 person with access to the Wizard's spell list. Yes?
Yes.
I believe that's the list that Artificers pull from.
Artificers have their own
Yes.
spell list.
Okay.
Yes. It's complicated.
We have nothing to do with wizards.
Beautiful. I think of something
Johnny wishes the command council, the original command council, was still in force.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right. Well,
Rules
those
Council,
are
that's what
what
it
you
is.
got.
Like, still, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's fine.
That's right. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
You're good. You're good. You're good. All right. So, that is what you have for those 3 items. You also have one of the triplets. You're pretty sure it's not Churi. Comes over and hands over 2 potions of healing for you guys.
Okay.
Sounds fancy.
Mm-hmm. Then in the morning, we'll throw in a death ward and a hero's feast.
Nice.
I'm joking. Johnny didn't get that.
No.
I'm sure it's fine.
You said it'll be fine. I'm sure. Okay. The rest of the rangers, you do see one of the triplets head up back up to the lookout point, and then the other 2 head into one of the barracks to turn in for the night once the sun has fully set. Cam has gone off to a separate building that looks to be maybe a little bit bigger, more close to like it looks like it might have some common areas and things like that in it as well, maybe an office. And you guys are left to your own devices in this camp.
Could steal things. Wait, you're not a rogue anymore. I can't tempt you like that.
I was only ever vaguely a rogue.
And I was only ever vaguely happy.
You guys have vague happiness.
Is there anything you guys would like to do before you turn in for the night? Not that there is honestly much.
I just want to look around to see if there are any signs of the fake Morgan followers or of this Little Light Ministries.
Roll me perception or investigation.
It's a 5.
5.
That's what happens when you let the DM pre-curse your dice. Now they will roll single digits.
I'm sorry, you broke up then. So that's what happens when you let the DM what?
Pre-curse your dice.
I guess
You need to use dice that you didn't give me.
Oh no. Terrible. They gave me such a good guarantee on those dice too.
We can perform a
Okay.
sanctification ritual at some point. It'll be okay.
Yeah, we can't blame it on my mom this time.
Unless.
Mhm.
She hasn't cleaned anything up there in a couple of months. So what was I going to say? So you can see that there are like very clearly there is a place where they kind of have some rubbish and some trash, and like things that they have found or have been left behind. You don't really see anything in there that leads you to think that any of the fake Morrigan's followers or someone from this Little Light Ministries has made their way up here. You do find a bunch of brochures about or parchments about how to properly put out a campfire, though.
Ah. Okay.
And you guys turn in for the night. How late do y'all stay up? Let me ask you this.
Well, if we got an early start in the morning, I'm not trying to stay up too late.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no, let's do that.
You do, in fact, get a very early start in the morning as you are awoken to the screeching of multiple eagles as they awake and get up and start flying around. Finnegan, if you would like, you can roll for fear.
Sure, what's that?
See how freaked out you get by hearing the call of birds of prey wake you up in the middle of the morning.
I rolled a 13 on the die, so whatever I add to that.
I'm gonna say add charisma.
I rolled a 14.
Your brain is able to register where you are and why you are here before the little like rabbit part of your brain fully is awake. So
I still fully jump up and fall over in my sleeping bag and make a big noise.
with that noise, there is a few minutes later just a knock on your doors or on the door of where y'all stayed, and you hear Cam's voice. I've got breakfast on the fire if anyone would like to come out and grab some.
Yeah. Finnegan already being awake will trot out to the breakfast and I think is gonna ask Captain Cam a question.
Amazing. What do Geralt and Noah Grace do?
See no reason not to join everyone. Join them with my prayer journal, tucked in my arm as I sit down by the fire.
Beautiful. All right, Finnegan, your question. Captain Cam, you find her at the at the fire. She is distributing some sort of gruel. Those of us from the south will recognize it as grits.
Hell nah. Hate grits.
All my
Are
besties
vegetarian.
hate grits.
I also
hate confirm it into besties.
There's also, for those that do eat meat, there is some like some of the meat from last night has been kind of thrown back over top of the fire to warm up again. There is some dried meat for y'all to take with you, as well as like dried nuts and berries and things like that. They're passing out rations and things like that. You are handed a map that has a few places in the mountains marked as not really safe houses, but like shelters. So if you get trapped in the mountains, if there does happen to be a storm, which it doesn't appear like there's going to be one at the moment, but if there does happen to be a storm or one of the birds gets injured, anything like that, you are able to go to those places.
Yeah, if I can find Captain Cam, I'll just walk up after grabbing some grits. Be like, Captain, can I ask a question or two about the outpost?
Yes, what would you like to know?
Do you keep a register of travelers that have stopped here and stayed, or is the fact that people are stopping here more of a recent thing?
Typically, there are two types of people that end up stopping here. People who have been very lost and do not mean to be here, or people who tended to live out here on a pretty much permanent basis. So that's the casual people who come up this way don't tend to we'll have the occasional tour for people who want to have a nice little hike. Okay. But we don't have regular visitors outside of those that need our help or those that we are familiar with that live in these mountains or regularly travel. We have a few rough types, wild men that don't particularly like the cities. They'll come by every now and then and have a good chat with them. Play a game of cards, give them some company, and then they'll not talk to us again for a year.
Okay. So the offering of safety for travelers more recently has been because of the bandits, then, or the problems in the area.
Yes, it's our job to keep an eye on our purview here in these mountains and make sure that things are safe for people. Typically, we don't typically invite many people here unless they're lost or your types, adventurers. We see a bit, usually a bit banged up because we do have a few beasties in these woods. But mostly our work, if we're interacting with people outside of very specific scheduled things, it's out there. And she kind of gestures very broadly to the mountains and the forest.
Okay. I'm asking partially because I've been looking for someone, so I wanted to see if maybe there is a chance that he had passed through here. But I think the time that he would have been through would have been over a year ago. So I'm not sure if that would have been during when these bandits were a problem or not.
The bandits are recent,
yeah.
From what I understand. And I'll be honest, they've been terrorizing folks for a bit longer than we knew, but the furthest back stories that we have are not more than a few weeks.
Okay.
Describe him to me. I'm here almost year round, so I might be able to tell you if I've seen him.
Right. He's a rabbit folk like myself, a bit taller, older. He's got the last I saw him, he has black and white spots, but I imagine he might have some grayer fur by now. But but
Well,
he wears
I-
alchemist or herbalist gear like myself.
I can tell you right off the bat, you are the first rabbit folk I've seen in, at least up here, in probably half a decade.
Okay, that's fine. At the very least, it helps narrow down maybe a little bit. Right.
Yes, that
Thank you
tends
so much.
to. You're very welcome. Your folk tend to actually, I can't seem to think of the reason why, but your folk tend to stay away from the area.
Yes.
They tend to like their just to put your mind at ease. They tend to like their meals a bit smaller than you would be. So
I think Finnegan starts. This has the opposite effect of making Finnegan imagine a griffin eating or a giant eagle eating something, and then goes, "Yes."
their favorite
And-
food is goat. So you really, to be honest, if that I am not doing what I had hoped. Doesn't appear to be your mind is being set at ease, but you don't have enough horns or the right tail for them to be interested.
Birds like
Please
horns?
stop talking about your birds eating my friend.
Oh,
I
no,
apologize.
it's all
I'm
right.
trying to talk about my birds are not going to eat your friend. Speaking of, and she raises her a whistle to her lips and is about to blow the whistle when you hear a shout from the person who is on watch up on the cliffside. And one of the triplets, definitely not Turi, because he's sitting right next to you. He introduced him. He said hello this morning, and you recognize his voice. One of the triplets comes, and he does a very quick series of hand gestures, and then flies back over to where his bird is, or goes back over to where he is on the what's the fucking word? The bluff. And Pam goes, "Oh, well, well, that's a lovely way to start the morning. It would appear our quarry, or someone, has come looking for us before we could go looking for them, potentially." And she goes, "Turi, Yuri."
Third one.
Yeah, no, the third one's up on the bluff. Man the towers, and let's make sure that gate is locked. You see her kind of run forward. The gate is, again, a very simple wooden gate, but she just fully pulls like a crossbar across it. And you guys are left at the fire as they go about and do this. And I will actually, wait a second. Hold up. Go there. Give me one moment, and I will send you a link. Except you guys can probably see everything, can't you? All right. Finnegan is in here twice.
Yeah, I clicked the link again without thinking about it. My bad. I still had the tab open. I closed one of them. It should fix itself, but
There's nothing wrong with double clicking. Just pew pew.
All right. Hold up, because this may change depending on what you guys do. All right. You guys are welcome to go into the Owlbear and take a look at the setup. This one, that's Chili. He's here. This guy is up. There we go. I'm gonna move him around. Okay. Captain Crafton is here at the gate. So you guys are in the. This is the camp. You guys are welcome to put yourselves where you think you would be as you have been told this room. You've got a couple of the eagles are kind of here, and then you can see that there are a bunch back here is where the area is, like back that way, off
Gotcha.
camera.
Well, maybe we're sitting around eating, so I'm
You are sitting
probably
around eating.
probably at a bench somewhere.
So and as you guys are kind of watching this happen, you will notice the captain kind of comes over to this ladder, and she's gonna look over and she's gonna call back and she's gonna go, we've got, oh fuck. Well, we've got 5 with a ram and 2 on the wing. Approaching.
I think I'll turn to the rest of the group and be like, I imagine we help.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh, fuck.
Remember, we'd like to keep
Hold
some
on,
of these
let me-
I
quiet.
actually need to. We completed a long rest, so I need to restore my abilities.
Yes, you have completed a long rest. I should fix that as well.
We have completed a long rest. Let's see. That is important.
Yes. It definitely does help.
Oh, double 6s. What's good? So as we are reacting to this, I'm going to hand Noah Grace and Geralt each a flask, which is a for my experimental elixir trait as a alchemist. And I rolled double 6s. So these are each transformation flasks, which you drink it and you cast the Alter Self spell on yourself. You get a 10-minute benefit from it, and you choose one of the effects, which I can
I
put.
no longer have the previous potions that we have. I no longer have potions of banging.
Yeah, they only last a day. You got to use my experimentals when I get them to you usually. So that's what.
All right. What can Fox?
You said
Wild
alter
shape.
self?
I posted a link to the chat, or in the
Thank you.
whatever this website's called.
Man.
StreamYard, that's the one. It's a 10-minute alter self. So not as good as regular alter self, but free.
You'll have free.
Okay. I believe, based on, I need to look up one thing to figure out which kind of druid Fox is. I have it, it's written down, it's just not written down on the character sheet that I have. Well, that's not going to help.
It's not a particularly useful spell in this moment, I'm realizing, but it's a little late now. If I could choose what potion I made, I would have.
Wild shape.
Then you'd only ever have one type of potion that you can give us.
No.
Combat wild. Okay, yeah, she has combat wild shape, so she's a Circle of the Moon druid. Beautiful. That makes my life so much easier. Honestly, why would you be any other kind of druid? I'm going to be fully honest.
Because Starlight Druid's real cool.
I have a list of 6 experimental elixirs that I roll 1d6 every day, and because I'm a high enough level, I roll an extra one. So that's
Nice. Amazing. Okay, so I have everything I need. A bunch of stuff is going to happen really quickly. You hear Cam like yelling, demanding, who are you? What are you coming for? Like, what's going on? That very quickly, she's like, all right, well, that's not working. And she's going to turn back to all of you and go, all right, well, they are continuing to approach. So I guess that is going to be it for us. Everyone at stations.
the way she said it sounded more like, well, we're fucked.
Yeah.
That's it for us, guys.
That's going to be, and you see as like the two eagles kind of come up a little bit closer. This one, he's gonna come up here. Him. You guys are welcome to get wherever you think you would be by the once, like where you would have gone to once she said, "Hey, we've got people approaching," but before she turned around and was like, "Hey, they're not stopping."
I'll go up with Turi.
Beautiful. Fox is up here. She's going to come up to one of the towers. Nope, I need that. That is the character sheet that I need. And Noah Grace.
I'm going over to this side.
I will
And
say,
also,
Noah Grace, you would notice that they do have weapons out and at the ready. If you were to want something that was a ranged weapon, they would have an assortment of crossbows and short bows and long bows for you to pick up if that was your desire.
Okay. I would also like to down this potion and if I was able to get a good look at any of them, I would like to have downed this potion and made myself look like one of them. Like exactly like one of them.
Like one of the rangers or like one of the bandits?
Yeah, one of the bandits.
Okay.
Like-
Whoa.
Like she wants to get pincushioned by her own friends.
You know
Apparently.
what? Actually, no, I'm going to wait on that now that I think of it, but that is still my plan for later.
I was gonna say you can make a perception roll to see what you could glance through the gate, but it would be at disadvantage.
I'm gonna wait.
I thought that's what you would say. And with that, please roll initiative, my friends.
Oh no! Oh no!
What?
Nat 1.
He nat 1.
Johnny.
Fine. It's fine. I'm a rabbit, so that's a 7.
Oh my god.
I've laughed you 3 times already.
You did? You didn't roll a 21, you bitch.
The good captain did not.
No, but pretty close. No, not pretty close.
Okay.
You're right.
Are
I've
you
laughed
able
you
to
only
add
once.
your
I'm
own self to
sorry.
initiative, or do I need to add you to initiative?
It can be either.
Okay. Add your own self to initiative while I get all the rest of these guys in here because
Come on,
I can do
I can
this.
I can start adding people if you want.
Okay, perfect.
It won't.
How do I add myself to initiative?
Click on your token.
Right
Thank you.
Triple dots. There's an add to initiative button, and then
Okay.
you have to click on the initiative tracker and manually adjust your own initiative.
Yes,
Am I
that's
using the
fine.
correct
That I can
stat?
do.
I am. Cool.
DM, Geralt's cheating.
What is Geralt fucking doing?
He has
I just
100.
typed in my dice roll. I don't know what's wrong. What's happening?
I don't think that's the correct number, Geralt. Just a hunch.
That is the correct number.
Okay, so Turi is all of the Rangers are going to go on
to roll
Turi's.
2d100 for initiative.
It's the shoes I'm wearing, Finn. Don't worry about it.
All of the Rangers are just going to go on Turi's initiative because that makes my life easier. Instead of having them all as separate. Oh fuck! I should probably get the bad guys in there, shouldn't I?
Finn, see, I got these new things. They got lightning bolts on the
Right.
side.
Speaking of, everyone that sees has climbed up on the wall. You can see when she said there are 2 on the wing, she meant there were 2 wyverns with riders a little bit back from where you are.
Like that word.
It's a bug.
Bugbear?
They're icky. They got
What
so
a-
many legs.
What a freak.
All right, we're going to, for the time being, just add. Oh, he's still hidden. One of them you can see is very clearly a bugbear. The other one is scaled in some way. Okay?
It's a rat with a skin condition.
Motherfucker. All right, and he also nat won his initiative, so that's fine. Gladiator. Bugbear. They appear to be at this point just watching. They are keeping their distance as their people approach. And I rolled like shit, guys.
Let's go. We
I've
did
seen
it.
a lot of under 10 numbers, and it's very impressive. I don't even feel bad about my 7 anymore.
I don't know what's going on. No, hold on, that's not right. I don't know what's going on with my dice. So let's not talk about it. The wyverns do not need to be in initiative just yet, just FYI. That's wrong. Simply because, what the fuck? So,
We like
anyway,
this.
this is not a good day for me, apparently. The wyverns will go on, because they are mounts currently, will go on their rider's initiative for now. Hopefully they don't split off. But those of you that do,
You said
You
they had
can
a
see-
ram?
yes, there is a ram. It is between all of the bandits and the veterans. They are currently holding it. There is a little bit of like a cover, so they're working with like 3/4 cover right now. You might be able to get at them from an angle if you're trying to take aim, but they are not fully visible. Okay. So let's see. No, sorry, it's half cover. So they've got a +2 to their ACs currently. All right. And that is, we're going to start because no one rolled decently except for 2 of y'all. We're going to start with Geralt.
I'm going to grab. What long range weapon doesn't require finesse?
Hold on. I'm gonna... 7.
What doesn't require finesse?
Yeah, because I don't have any dexterity. I don't got anything good.
And who else? Finnegan, what's your dex score?
My dex score is a 17.
17. Okay, so you would go before the bandits.
Light crossbows are not finesse.
Yeah,
Also, heavy crossbows are not either.
most of them.
I was gonna say you don't. Oh, he's thinking about the fact there aren't any.
I guess I'm just kind of screwed because ranged weapons just generally use.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I mean,
do.
you could borrow some javelins.
You do want the ones that use finesse, because finesse is the one that you can switch between strength and dex.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold up.
That makes more sense.
Javelins are typically strength.
I'll grab a couple of those and ready in action.
Beautiful. Let me think.
I'll eat some nasty Mexican food because I'm getting ready to hurl.
You got it.
All right. I need you to roll. Let's see. Roll me 2d8s, man.
Uh-oh. Those are the wrong size dice. A 3 and a 4.
All right. You just took 7 cringe damage. I am mostly joking. You personally just took 7 cringe damage. Geralt is fine.
Oh, it was me who was hurling the whole time. Oh.
Currently, the group of people that you see that's the ram, they go as a group on the Veterans Initiative, by the way. So for now. Yeah, okay. Geralt, what shall you do?
I told you I got the javelins and I'm ready in action.
Okay, beautiful. Ready in action.
I will throw 2 javelins. Well, I guess. Do you get some extra attack on a reaction action? I will ready 1 javelin throw at the one that makes aggressive moves first.
Okay. Cool. That brings us to Noah Grace.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess I will also just try to grab a javelin and throw. And I'll be really upset about the fact that I can't just run up to them and smite them with the Lord's Fury. So I'll go into a rage as well.
Okay. Are you hopping up on the wall to throw your javelin?
Yes.
Okay.
If there is room for me here.
There will Cam will have made room for you.
Okay. Okay.
Holy shit, that's so far.
What is so far?
Longbow's disadvantaged range is 600 feet.
I mean,
It is what is
Impressive.
longbow.
the only unrealistic part about that is that there isn't a strength requirement for it.
That it's dexterity instead of strength.
There's no requirement, the stat requirement, to have a longbow. Ignoring how much pounds of force you have to be able to.
Well, Google AI certainly
Boy.
Google AI lies.
corroborates.
That's a 17 to hit.
Beautiful. A 17 will hit. Are you going for that first bandit in the front? Oh wait, hold on. What will? Actually, no. A 17 will not hit.
What the hell?
Apologies. Nope. Sorry, that's not the bandit. I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah. It's good. Sorry. Going back and forth. Okay. A 17 will hit.
Okay. Cool.
I'm using these stat blocks right now. I apologize.
Damn.
I'm actually missing one.
11. I think.
Well, why is this not giving me what I want? I know you exist, bitch. Where's my encounter?
20 damage.
Goddamn.
Damn.
Margaret, I invented a thing for you.
You invented a thing for me? Did you get it?
It's facing the wrong way, but no, it isn't.
Amazing. There we are. That's what Margaret wants. Yay. We got it. Okay. Cool. All right. So
Oh.
you're aiming at. I'm actually going to put it. We'll put it.
Has that been there the whole time?
The battering ram? No, I just put
Yeah.
it there.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
You said
yes.
20 damage? That is a negative 20 damage or negative 20 HP to that guy. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, though, Grace?
That's all I got.
Amazing. Okay. So, this archer is going to come up here. Shuri is going to come here. Up there. Looks like he can pop on there. And they are both going to take aim at the two in the front. Where is it? Oh, I just pulled this up. Okay. Do. You see them, they both pull out longbows, I guess is what we're going with right now. That's not gonna hit. Turi misses his shot. The other guy misses. Why am I using this stuff? Vex just sucks. Okay, perfect. And then this guy, who also has a 600-foot range, Jiminy Christmas, is going to try for that. Nope, that didn't work. All right, that misses as well, but that was closer to what they needed to hit. That is going to be Turi and the Rangers' turns. Finnegan, it is your turn now.
Finn is going to run up.
Oh, I didn't add Fox in here. Hold up.
Oh, whoops, I forgot to.
You're good.
I'll wait for you to roll for them in case they go first.
They probably will. They got a 15.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Okay, so this is going to be a very simple turn, though. I believe. Are they within 60 feet? They are within 60 feet. All right, Fox is going to cast Fairy Fire, which means but they all need to make it.
Reroll.
Yep. Which means that they are going to need to make a DC 15 strength saving throw, or they will be lit up with green energy. All right, so. Sorry, not strength saving, dex saving throw. So that's a +3. All right. Bandit number 1 fails. Bandit number 2 makes it. Rider number 1 fails. Number 2 also fails. And bandit number 3 also fails. So, what this means, let's see if it'll let me do this all at once. They've all got a bright green energy around them. That gives you guys, if you can see them, you have advantage against them. And that will be Fox's turn, and Finn, you can go now.
Okay. So do any of the archers that just went need to roll with advantage for their attacks that they missed?
They probably should have, but I'm not that. Okay, let's see. Come. Turi still misses.
Let's go.
That one still misses. And oh, that one might actually hit. Oh wait. Okay, so that other one might have hit as well. Okay, so 2 of them hit. So this guy is going to get 1d8 plus 4. All right, he gets another 8 damage added onto him. You guys watch as like the Rangers they take aim. They they kind of look really disappointed with themselves, a little angry, pulls it back again and lets it fly, and it goes right into the first bandit's shoulder. You don't see the one behind up on the bluff, but he does. You do see as the arrow hits the other bandit, and he is going to take 11 damage. No problem. And that brings us to Finnegan.
All right, I have a question for you, DM.
Oh.
Is this battering ram on wheels, or is it one that they're carrying?
It is okay. So basically, it is one that you need at least 4 people to man.
Mm-hmm.
If you take out 2 of them, it's done. It does not have wheels. They are currently carrying it.
Okay. Looks good to me. Finnegan is going to trot up this way. To where he can get to the side of things, and is just going to I'm going to run up and actually, let's see. No, that's fine. I'm going to use my object interaction to hand Captain Cam hand Captain Cam a torch and whatever is needed to light a torch, and just say, "Here, throw this in a second." And then Finn is going to cast grease underneath the battering ram,
Okay.
which is a 10-foot square, so I can get all 4 of the people that are manning the battering ram. So,
Hey.
clapping. So I want to move it down
Okay.
Must be the wizard.
so that these guys are kind of awkwardly not quite in squares. So just wherever it makes sense so that all 4 of these are being contained.
Okay.
So that area gets covered in oil and is difficult terrain.
Okay.
It is also flammable oil. And then right now, when it is cast, everyone standing in it makes a dexterity saving throw. If they fail, they drop prone.
Amazing. All right. So the bandits have a +3. The veterans have a +1 to this.
I'm gonna make them
So you guys
drop
watch-
this.
What does it look like as Finnegan casts this spell?
Like with most of his alchemy spells, it is just a potion that he like
Lobs?
what it looks like is that he runs up with like a vial that has some ingredients in it, and then he like hastily tosses new things into it, puts a cork in it, shakes it really hard, and then chucks it.
Chucks it. You guys watch as this vial sails. You see these people kind of flinch away from it, but it actually lands kind of in front of their feet, and then just they go, oh, like you see them relax for a hot minute, and then you see them at like looks of disgust as this bottle breaks and the grease spell just whoosh, just rushes underneath their feet. The first bandit is going to fail. He rolled an 8.
Let's go.
The next guy rolled a 5. One of the veterans rolled a 10. And the other one rolled a 17. So
17 succeeds.
succeeds. Okay, so these 3 are prone, correct?
Yes. Mechanically, it doesn't force them to drop anything they're carrying, so that's fine. But
I'm gonna
Greece does specify that anything that enters the area or ends its turn there has to remake the save.
Okay.
Uh,
So
yeah.
these 3 are down, and we'll have to use half of their movement to get back up. Yes?
Yes.
Beautiful. All right.
That, I think Finn... Oh, let's see. I started here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll just take 5 feet back so as to not be immediately in firing range.
Okay.
Just like on that. But that's pretty much all he's got.
Fantastic. So the bandit's turn is going to come around. They are going to use their turn to get back up on their feet and grab. They only have half of their movement, or will only have half of their movement when it comes to time to move.
Yes.
But they
and
are
this is
going
difficult
to.
terrain.
Yeah, difficult terrain. So they're going to have like 7 feet of movement, which is fine. They get up and they grab, you see them grab the battering ram and kind of ready themselves to move with the rest of the party when they are up. That's going to bring us to the giant eagles. They have 80 feet of fly speed. So this guy is going to get right there. Actually, no, he's going to hop up and be up behind his person. This one is going to come. The 2 that are here down with you are going to fly in. And they are going to attack not the people, but they are going to try to attack the battering ram itself with their with your multi-attacks. So that's going to be 1 attack with the beak. That one hits. They're trying to beat a 15 AC. And Talons does not hit. So that is going to be 6 damage. And then the other one's going to go. That one's not going to hit. That one's okay. So they did poorly. You guys. So that's -6. All right, so you guys watch as these eagles swoop in and kind of try to do a flyby as they like peck and claw at this battering ram, trying to remove this roof. And then they circle back around up above and try to just kind of hover above. And that is going to bring us to these guys. All right, he's going to use his movement to get up. Delete that. Okay, so difficult terrain. Do they have to? They have to make a save if they end their turn there.
That is correct.
Or if they
enter or end their turn.
So
I think all of those bandits that didn't move have to re-roll.
Okay, so this guy.
Battering ram is not fucking moving.
Yeah.
This
This guy is actually going to take
Finn.
step back.
Mhm.
And these guys are out of reach, which means that they can't. Damn it. Okay, well that's fine. He's going to take a step back, and he is going to. He's actually going to. What's his movement speed, real quick? 30 feet. Okay, so he's going to take 5 feet back, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up to the gate so that he's not in the grease spot. And then these guys are going to use move an entire 7 feet, I believe. So I think that's exactly 1 square that they can go.
Perfect.
All right, which means this bad boy in the back does need to make his saving throw again, correct?
Yeah. I think the back 2 veterans should have to make it.
So that's an 18 and an 8. So he's down. This one that did not fall is now down.
Let's go. Hey,
Let's go. All right, that brings us to Cam, who is going to pull out her heavy crossbow, take aim. Let's see, how far? Good lord, there's so many. Okay. You know what? Ben,
Yeah.
I'm going to send you the stat block we're using for Cam. After this turn, she's all yours.
Huzzah!
I shall let you run her. Unless anyone else wants dibs.
you get a private DM that is the link to the Pit Fiend stat block.
Amazing. Okay, so she's going to pull out her heavy crossbow. And she is going to, that's not her. She is going to take aim at the one that Noah Grace hit, because that seems like the best one to go for. She's not going to hit, though. You see her, like Noah Grace, you watch as she pulls up her crossbow, takes aim. You could have sworn she had it, but then when the bolt goes out, you see her just kind of ping off just the barest corner of this roof on this ram. And that will bring us to the bugbear, who is going.
Sorry. So as these guys have moved forward, can I use my ready to action to throw javelin?
You may.
I will, I suppose, throw one nearest me.
Cool.
Which, with javelins, I believe... No, 30. Okay, cool. So I have advantage on this.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Javelin. Why did I not have this pulled up? Oh, I just have javelins on me. That's neat. 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Nice. Max rolled. 9 damage.
9 damage. Dang. Okay. My dude is at a nice dirty 20. Okay. Is that it for you, sir?
That is all, aside from asking Noah Grace if her condition has also been met.
I already.
She already attacked.
Oh, you did the attack just directly. Gotcha.
Okay.
You were smart.
Fantastic. So, I'm so sorry, Finnegan.
What did I do?
You guys watch as this bugbear that is on the wyvern, they're going to fly forward, and the wyvern just lands on this wooden wall. You feel it shake, and he cannot, because he's a mount, currently he is not able to make any attacks. However, his rider can. So he is going to he's got a javelin in his hand, and he's going to stab it at Cam. That is going to be a 23 to hit, which I believe does hit Cam. She's 17. And does he do 1 or 2? Nope. Okay. It's okay. So that's 2d6. That's 1. So that is going to be 9 damage to Cam.
Okay. Do you need me to track?
If you would like to, that would be fantastic. And I'm gonna put him here, but just keep in mind that the wyvern is here, we'll put -9. He's technically like right on top of Finnegan and Nogre camp. And that will bring us to the top with Geralt, however, it is 9:30. So
I also have to apologize. I should have had Theophrastus in here the whole time. But I forgot until it was much too late, so I was just gonna add him and roll for him and have him enter next round if that's fine.
amazing.
Should be fine.
All right. That is going to be it for that round. Do we want to do another round, or do we want to go ahead and break here and then we'll pick up next time we are together? Because it is getting later.
I'm fine either way.
Okay.
I don't mind breaking.
Feels like a good time to break.
Alex.
You got through a round. We started this combat a little late.
We did. I didn't even, if I had looked at the clock, I probably been like, hey guys, what if we just waited?
I think you would have. That's all good.
Okay, so our next game would be on the 10th. Does that work for everybody?
Should be fine.
As far as I know,
I think so.
Okay.
that'll be post
All right,
daylight
amazing.
saving time.
Yay.
Oh no, that's way too early for that, isn't it?
That is the very first Tuesday after daylight.
That's fine. We'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Okay, so I will see y'all tentatively on March 10th, and we will go from there. Thank you so much for playing D&D with me. Let me end the stream.
Why?
Question.